Big news from Barcelona. Goalkeeper Joan Garcia has opened up about Lionel Messi's possible return, Flick's tactical system, and his adaptation to life at Camp Nou. But that's not all. Massive contract news as Eric Garcia edges closer to signing a long-term deal with Barça until 2029. From Messi dreams to defensive master plans, here's everything happening inside Barcelona during the international break. Joan Garcia talks Messi, Flick's highline system, Ter Stegen competition, adaptation at Barcelona and Yamal's progress. Club football across Europe is set to remain suspended this week due to the November international break. FC Barcelona have several of their players called up by their respective national teams, while other players who have not received their call-ups continue to train with their club teammates. During the international break, Barcelona players have had more time to engage with the media, and goalkeeper Joan Garcia took the opportunity to share his thoughts in an interview with RAC1's Two Diaras program. Garcia opened up about several aspects of his life at Barcelona, including his adaptation to the team, his role under Hansi Flick, and even the growing rumors surrounding Lionel Messi's potential return to the club. Speaking about Messi, Garcia admitted he'd love the chance to play alongside the Argentine legend someday, saying that Messi's talent allows him to play for as long as he wants, and that it would be a dream to share the pitch with him, though he's unsure if it will ever happen. On adapting to Barcelona's style of play, the young Spanish goalkeeper explained that it took hard work to adjust, as the club system is very different from what he was used to. Still, he emphasized that his teammates and coaches have supported him from the start, helping him settle in and improve day by day. Since I arrived, I felt pretty good. It's true that I've had to work hard because it's a different style of play from what I was used to, but they've helped me a lot from the first day. I still have things to improve, but I feel more comfortable. Garcia revealed in this interview what Flick asks of him in the goal. Above all, he asks me to stay alert to passes played in behind the defense. With the ball, he asks me to be confident, not to overcomplicate things, and to do my job so that the team can play better. After all, with players of such quality, goalkeepers shouldn't make life difficult for themselves. It's just about giving the ball to these players in the best possible conditions. The goalkeeper also talked about the defensive scheme implemented by Hansi Flick in his Barcelona team. For us goalkeepers, it means being more alert throughout the entire match. It's a risky strategy, that's true. But if it's done right and you work hard, it pays off. You force the opponent to play and think faster. If they have less space, you make them commit more mistakes and your team keeps more possession. But it needs to be trained well because it all comes down to centimeters. It works, that was clear last year, but this year we still have to fine-tune a few things. In every match we try to see what went wrong. We try to make the opponent uncomfortable, take away their time, and prevent them from making passes into space. The Spaniard admitted that sometimes the offside trap also fails, and this is quite normal. The coach asks us to help the defensive line as much as possible. But we know that when you do it so many times, statistically, sometimes it might not work out. Flick mentioned it to me. We played that match, it can happen and there's no problem. The goalie also talked about the controversy that arose between Marc-Andre Ter Stegen and Barcelona at the start of the season. There was no need for us to talk. It's something that happens in many places, matters between a player and the club. No one knows the full context from both sides. In the end, it was resolved in the best possible way. These things happen anywhere when there are differences between the two parties, but ultimately it was sorted out. Garcia also talked about the competition for the starting spot in goal. Any one of the three can play. Obviously, I worked to be the starter. I started playing and worked to keep doing so. Now, when I return from injury, I intend to do the same. I will try to earn the starting spot and keep it until the end. Moving from a rival as direct as Espanyol to Barcelona was not an easy decision for Joan Garcia, but he was clear in this interview that he made the right decision last summer. I was focused on what was required. When the firm offer from Barça arrived from a sporting and future perspective, I had no doubts. But there was the emotional side, which was a complicated matter. I imagine how it could affect the people around me. Everyone had their opinion, but the decision had to be mine because it was my future and that of my family. I'm very happy with the decision I made. The Spaniard admitted that winning the league title would be quite difficult this year. We know it's going to be a tough league. We try to win every match without thinking beyond that. Lately, maybe things haven't gone as we wanted. We'll try to change the situation, and that's why we've talked a lot. I see that the team is very focused. Lastly, he expressed sympathy with Lamine Yamal for suffering from a groin problem. Everyone says that a groin injury is complicated. I've seen it firsthand. You have to be very careful with it. There's no magic cure. You have to manage the load and increase it gradually. It's true that Lamine has progressed quite well, and we hope he continues to do so. Barcelona have certainly missed Joan Garcia in these last few weeks, and hopefully he will be able to return to his best level when the Blaugranes return to action after this November international break. Agreement between Barcelona and star defender getting closer and closer over contract renewal. Barcelona appear close to finalizing a key piece of business as Eric Garcia edges toward a long-term renewal. According to a recent update from Sport, the Spanish defender is on the verge of signing a new deal that will keep him at the club until 2029. Under Hansi Flick, Garcia has transformed into one of the most reliable and versatile figures in the squad. The German coach has placed enormous trust in him, so much so that only he and Marcus Rashford have featured in every official game for Barcelona this season. The 24-year-old has taken part in all 16 matches, starting in 13 of them, proving to be an unshakable presence in defense. What makes Garcia's rise even more remarkable is his adaptability. Once viewed purely as a center-back, the player has successfully filled in at right-back, central midfield, and even as a left-sided defender when required. Naturally, such performances have drawn interest from abroad. Several top clubs in England and France, including Paris Saint-Germain, have reportedly shown admiration for the Spaniard. However, their approaches have met a firm response, as Garcia has made it clear that he only wants to continue wearing the Barcelona shirt. Meanwhile, his agent, Ivan de la Peña, has been in ongoing talks with Deco. As per reports, discussions are advancing positively, and the agreement is said to be getting closer and closer. Barcelona want a renewal. The club intends to wrap up the renewal within the next few weeks, as Barcelona do not want Garcia entering 2026 without a new deal, which would allow him to negotiate with other teams. While some minor details remain unresolved, both parties are aligned on the proposal, which is a contract until 2029, with the possibility of an additional year extending it to 2030. Eric Garcia is reportedly thrilled about the prospect of continuing with Barcelona, the club he calls the team of his life. The feeling is mutual. Barça are just as eager to keep hold of a player who has become a crucial part of Hansi Flick's tactical setup. Although the club doesn't plan to make major moves in the January transfer window, they're focusing on securing key renewals, and Eric Garcia's contract situation is currently top priority. This season, the Spanish defender has been one of Barcelona's most consistent performers, impressing both as a center-back and right-back. Flick's trust in him is evident. Garcia has featured in 16 matches across all competitions, becoming a reliable and versatile presence in the backline. While his contract is set to expire at the end of the season and PSG have shown interest, all signs point toward him staying at Camp Nou. According to reports, negotiations over a new long-term deal are advancing smoothly, and an official agreement is expected to be finalized before the end of 2025. Barcelona want Eric to sign long-term deal. Ivan de la Peña, Eric's agent, has been in talks with Barcelona sporting director Deco for some time, and in the coming weeks, it is hoped that an agreement is finally reached. The plan would be for him to sign until 2029, with the option of an additional 12 months, which would take him through to 2030. It makes a lot of sense for Barcelona to tie down Eric to a new contract, given his importance to the first team. He has been very dependable this season, which is to his credit as he had barely been counted upon following return to the club after an impressive loan at Girona in the 2023-24 season. Barcelona will certainly be desperate to have Eric's new deal finalized before the end of the year, as this would ensure that PSG have no chance of entering into a pre-contract agreement. But for now there is work still to be done. What a week for Barcelona fans. Joan Garcia's honesty about Flick's system, Ter Stegen competition, and Messi admiration shows how united this squad has become, while Eric Garcia's renewal proves that Barça are building for the future. Stay tuned for more exclusive Barcelona updates, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for daily news on your favorite club.